guys like Disney?
Yeah,
there's a couple people, but we are horror fans, right? Okay, so here's the thing. I love horror, but I also love Disney. I've recently learned that I am a dank. You know what that is? Disney adult, no kids.
Oh, no.
I don't care. I celebrate Halloween year round, and I go to Disneyland year round. So I was on an edible the other day, and I came up with this idea. I'm like, wait a minute. I want to see a crossover series where iconic Disney characters play iconic killers from different horror films. Go with me on this one. I think the obvious would be Captain Hook would be the hooked killer from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Easy. Michael Myers would obviously be Elsa from Frozen. He's obsessed with his sister and he won't let it go, right? But then I think of the most perfect, this is my favorite one, I think that Cruella DeVille would be the most perfect Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Right? She shows up in her Dalmatian skin suit. She's like, Anita, darling, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
This is our first episode of 2026, which is kind of amazing, but don't you have a show coming up at the Improv this month?
Oh my God, what a coincidence. I do. January 16th at the Hollywood Improv is the first live horror nerd of the year. Oh my gosh, B, did I not tell you that we're doing Disney Villains Night?
This is crazy.
Wow.
Look, I'm going to quote Buffy Summers here. Like, when do I not? She says there's two things she doesn't believe in, coincidence and leprechauns. And we are just, there's too many things tonight for this to be coincidence.
Welcome to Horror Nerd, the podcast.
Oh, hey, I love your shirt, friend. That's fun.
Isn't that crazy? I love your shirt, friend. I had to
Thanks.
rep Ursula today. By the way, if you hear a weird banging, it's probably just my cats knocking on the door because they cannot handle. It's just, you know what? It's Lucifer from Cinderella. Definitely Lucifer. Cannot handle a closed door. I know.
Yeah. like ghosts, right? Can't handle closed doors. That's why they're always opening them and closing them and banging and everything.
My tabby does know how to open doors, actually. She has figured out how to try to turn a handle. They're smart. Tabbies are smart.
No, they definitely are. I had a tabby named Simba. My first cat.
Hakuna Matata.
Well, I got him the year The Lion King came out.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone named their cat Simba or Nala.
I thought I was
would've
being
gone with-
weak. I'm sorry.
I would have gone with Sarabi, the less common name and such a pretty name.
That's
Yeah.
a good name, but he was a boy
know.
cat, and he was big
Yeah.
and orange, and he ended
Yeah.
up getting really sick when he got older, and he was like a fat orange cat. He should have been Garfield, really, but it was the year of The Lion King, so I named him Simba, and then as he got older, he got really sick, and he lost a bunch of weight, so we started calling him Slimba.
Gosh, I
He's
want
the
people to call
best.
me Slimba.
Same, right? I'll send you pictures. He's real cute. And then we got another cat who was little and gray, and Simba hated him at first, and then they became best friends, and his name was Bonsai.
Oh gosh, Bonsai.
Like the
I've always
hyenas.
wanted, yeah. Oh, the hyenas. I'm kind of obsessed with actual hyenas. I think they're wildly misunderstood, and they're beautiful creatures. I finally got to see one in person when I was out on a gig in Arizona, and I was like, I cried. I was like, they're so beautiful. I love them, and they're so misunderstood. But I've always loved that. Wait a minute, have I showed you? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Where are you? Can you see? Is that not Ed on my elbow saluting? Yeah, there's Ed. You see him?
There's Ed right
and then
there.
The other hit Scar scowling. I put Scar and Michael Myers together because it just made sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of Disney stuff happening here. Look at your shirt. You have Disneyland, Flotsam
That's
and
so
Jetsam.
weird.
I'm wearing a Disneyland Paris t-shirt that I got with our editor back in 2019. Isn't that weird?
Are you smelling a theme brewing?
I think so, but you know what? Let me consult our what we're gonna riff on today. I have a Mickey Mouse jack-o'-lantern mug here, and I'm going to do what you do at the live shows. I'm going to pull something out, and we're going to see what we're talking about
Perfect.
today.
Okay,
Okay.
do it.
Let's see.
That's so weird. I can't believe you happen to have a Disney pumpkin mug. That's so
I
weird.
know. That is really weird. And you're wearing that, and I'm wearing this. But,
How did this-
we're great minds, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got. Disney villains.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that
What-
weird? And look at your tattoos. Disney
What is-
villains, your shirt.
Why is this on my kitchen table? I don't normally have a Scar figurine. I just happened to put it here next to my Chernobog. That's so weird. What?
I love that you have a Chernobog.
I
Why wouldn't you
do.
have one? You have a Scar
also,
tattoo.
okay, let's just talk about tattoos because this is my first big piece and probably one of my favorites. I'm obsessed with Chernobog.
Yeah.
And he's
I think
kind of
that
like
was the tattoo you first showed me in the back
I
of
think
Danny's
so,
car.
when I was trying to prove that I was cool. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
That's wild.
Yeah, Chernobog. Okay, we need to give him some more love because I really legit I love Fantasia. That was a big thing with my dad. I remember when it came out, the 93 version, 92, something like that.
The re-release, like the 50-year
Yeah.
re-release or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
that's what it was. And my dad promised me, I'm going to take you, and I was so excited. And then the car broke down. And that was my first time taking the bus. I had never been on a bus before. My dad was like, "We're taking the bus." I'm like, "The what? You can do that?" Oh, it was like a big adventure, right?
Yeah.
So we went to go see it. But I think the reason why I love Chernobog so much, so he's what, a demon king, they say. Okay, but listen, if you rewatch Fantasia, all he did was have a dance party. That's all he did. He summons all of the spirits that have passed. There were horses, there were animals, there was all kinds of fun people who were just freaking people soldiers who died in war. So he summons them all up, and first of all, his beautiful wingtip is like the tip of the mountain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he wakes up, expands his wings, summons all of these magical little spirits, and I get so choked up. Magical little spirits, and they had a party. They did some dancing, and they played Night on Bald Mountain, which is a beautiful piece of music. And then when the sun came up, he was like, "All right, everybody, time to go home." They had a rave, basically.
Yeah.
They went.
He
They
just
had a
wanted to
rave
have
party.
a rave. Sun comes up, the rave is over. You go home. We
Yeah.
all know that. We've been to
Right?
raves. I have.
Right? Yeah. We now know another side of Bonnie.
Yep.
But yeah,
Totally sober. Yeah.
totes. But he's the villain that, okay, no one's parents died, no one got poisoned, no one got thrown off a cliff. Looking at you, Scar. So it was kind of he's a nice little villain.
He just wanted to vibe.
Yeah, he just wanted to vibe, dude.
It's
That's
like
all
the
he wanted.
original EDC.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I really love the part where he shows off his manicure. He's just
Right?
like, look
He's
at
like,
these.
"Yes, queen. Oh,
I
look at
just got
these.
these done.
I
how
can work
you
my
fault him for
DJ.
that?
I can work my soundboard and also have this manicure. What is it? What is a DJ's what's it called? Turntable?
Turntable. Yeah.
Yeah, I can work my turntable with Chernobog's a drag queen? I didn't know. Oh, he's a DJ drag queen. Yes. No wonder I love him. If you're into horror, healing, and handmade treasures, you're going to love the Mountain Crone.
Yeah, she's got 2 certifications in herbal medicine, 1 in herbal body care, and she's learning Egg Limpia because emotional demons need spiritual eviction notices.
Plus, her eBay shop has handmade healing products and collectibles for when you need to heal and buy the things your parents wouldn't.
Gotta love having grown-up money. Find the Mountain Crone on eBay, linked in our show notes, and on Instagram at the MTN Crone.
Healing together and having fun while we do it.
You're going to be talking about Disney villains, and this is incredible. So why that theme? Because you always have a different theme every month, which I really love. But why Disney villains?
You know, I've toyed with this idea for a very long time now, and maybe I thought, well, it's not horror, it's cartoons, but I don't know. I do very genuinely believe that there is a massive crossover between horror fans and Disney fans. I think it's nostalgic for both of us. I think it's the horror community that you're going to see at the Oogie Boogie Bash every year. I've seen so many people with, I've got Jason Voorhees, but I also have the Evil Queen. You know, I also have my vampire Teddy over yonder next to my sandworm because that just makes sense to me.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously. So It's an idea that I've been thinking about, and for some reason I was like, I don't know if that makes sense. And then one day I said, Samantha, it's your show. Who cares? Like, who's going to stop you? And villains are horror. I mean, if you think about what some of these villains were doing, it wasn't very nice. It was pretty horrific. So I think it works, and I think I think it'll bring new excitement, new blood into the club. I hope people who might be like, well, I don't know, I like horror movies, but I don't know. But wait a minute, you're doing Disney night. Also, I will say that I have been running drag shows for many years. And anytime we did Disney night, people would lose their mind. They would get very excited because Disney holds a very special place in a lot of people's hearts, just like horror does, because you grow up with it. So I think that's the connection. And I also think that this lineup, they're going to get really creative. I don't know what they're going to come up with, but obviously it'll be commentary and insightful stuff on like, hey, this villain, this, of course, but I don't know what kind of characters are going to show up. I don't know what kind of outside the box thinking is going to happen, but I do know that Jeremy Tinoco, who we've had on the show, who's a love bug and kind of our mascot,
Love him.
he's taking a very different approach. He's not going with a villain that you would consider a villain, but he's going to make her a villain.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think to your point, the Disney villains, we were just talking about Chernobog, right? He wasn't doing anything wrong, but then you have a bunch of Disney villains who were absolutely doing things wrong. Who do you think is the
Nice.
most evil Disney villain?
Oh, that's a great question. Why have
That's
I never
tough.
really thought about it? I mean, I'm trying to think of like who was evil just for the sake of being evil. I mean, they all had ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Think of if there was any that was just, no, I'm just an asshole. I don't know.
Because
Because
they're all so good, and they're part of the reason why we like the movies is because of the villain. It's an interesting villain, and like you said, Disney is such a big part of people's lives and our childhoods. It's what we grow up with. It's, you and I being SoCal girls, we went to Disneyland a lot. I know I haven't gone in a while, but I used to have a pass. I used to go all the time. It's
I
stuff
go
we
all
grew
the
up
time.
with, connects us
Yeah.
to our family, and maybe was kind of a soft gateway into horror when we were kids because of these scary characters. But yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I used to love, Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Like Ichabod Crane
Yeah.
was such a cute character. And some of the early, like Silly Skeletons, I mean, some of the, I'm sure I have the name wrong, but some of the early Disney stuff was really, really kind of some spooky stuff in there for sure.
Yeah.
But there were villains like, who's the most evil? I mean, the most vain would be the evil queen.
Yeah.
Scar, that was bad, dude. Scar is like the villain who I feel guilty loving. First of all, I'm just obsessed with Jeremy Irons. I mean, what a voice. To have James Earl Jones and Jeremy Irons in the same movie playing rivals you're not going to beat that. That's iconic.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, but it's also like I have mixed feelings because as much as I love Scar and his sassy little attitude problem, I also really love Mufasa. And the fact that he let Simba think that it was his fault, that's pretty messed up, dude. That's pretty evil. But I love Scar so much. But also Cruella is straight up skinning puppies. That's not
Yeah.
really nice either. But if
She's
you
the
look
most
at, like,
evil to me, for
she's
sure.
pretty evil. That's pretty bad. I might even give it to Cruella over Scar. I mean, yeah, but I love Cruella. God, sassy fashionista.
Mhm. It's
I
hard to
do.
hate her. It is.
Hard to hate her and she's probably my favorite one to see at the parks. They have one of the actors who plays Cruella. She's so good and just so rude and dismissive, which I love. I mean, she's very, on brand. I think the actor that plays Cruella and the actor that plays the evil queen, even though there's this huge debate, the upset, I guess, over like can you take the villains out of the park? They're not gonna have them around as often, and people are particularly mad about this one actor who plays the evil queen because she's so good. And
Yes.
there's so many clips of her. Like I'm sure you've seen Thomas on Thomas. I
Yeah.
forget his Instagram handle, but he's autistic.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
autistic, and so he has to wear the headphones to kind of, keep out the distraction. But what I love is seeing all the clips of all the actors, I mean, the real villains, obviously, at Disneyland. They all know him, and so they all go out of their way to talk to him. They know how to talk to him, and he loves it, and it's really, I think the Evil Queen might be his favorite, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are really upset. Like, why you can't take them out? I think Lucifer is behind me knocking the door. Can you hear?
I just heard that little knock, knock, knock.
Little monsters.
Let your podcast rise from undead obscurity. Beamly hosts your show, builds your site, handles paywalls and memberships with 0 platform fees. Your resurrection begins at beamly.com.
But I will say, if you look at The Little Mermaid, Ariel signed a contract. She was like, cool. She signed it. The conditions were pretty clear.
Yeah. The TNCs,
And Ariel,
they were there.
right? It was there. I don't know that she necessarily, I mean, it wasn't a great deal for Ariel. Let's put it that way. However, and was she exploiting a teenager's brain? Yeah, probably. Probably. But a contract is a contract.
We're businesswomen. We understand. A contract is a contract.
You did what you gotta do.
See, like, I feel like I wish I could be Maleficent because I think I would be petty if I didn't get invited to a party. But I know if I really had to be honest with myself, I would absolutely be Ursula. It's the whole voice thing. You know, she's sassy and she's got her eels that you have on your shirt. Like, Ursula's terrific.
I know. And my name is in their names, Flotsam and Jetsam, SAM at the end.
See? See?
Yeah.
Is that going to be us if we were Disney animated creatures? Would we be the eels?
We would be adorable. We would be the cutest eels. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
New couple's costume? Sorry, boyfriends.
Sorry. You guys are on your own. We'll get the little glowing eyeball.
I know. Oh, my God. Do you know that that's actually a really good idea, though?
That is a really good idea. Okay, we're doing it. Are we doing that? Wearing the Jim Mickey's
at the Hollywood Improv?
If I think we might have to, or Oogie Boogie Bash if we wear it to that.
That'd be cute. Yeah. Also, another tattoo. Okay, I'm just gonna share. Also, I have one of the mermaids from Peter Pan, and listen, they were bitches. Okay, let's just put that out there. If people don't think that the mermaids from Peter Pan were villains, they're out of their damn minds. But I love them. They're sassy little monsters. They're totally villains. But if you look at like the actual mermaid folklore, they're not nice. Like they're pretty vicious, actually. So it makes sense. But my favorite part of that whole movie is we were only trying to
drown.
Oh, good. What?
I say that,
girl. I love
say
them.
that far too often here in this house. Like
all the time.
They are evil, though. They are. Yeah. They're like, oh, she can't swim. Haha, not our problem.
Sucks to be you, girl.
But like Peter Pan lets them not hurt Wendy, but he thinks it's funny.
Attention. Peter Pan might be an actual narcissist because he was totally triangulating them, like the mermaids versus Wendy, and they're versus Tinkerbell. Wait a minute, Peter, you hussy.
Is he the villain?
He might be. Peter Pan is a villain. Also, I do love Captain Hook. I'm not gonna lie, he's hilarious.
Yeah, this is why we're the eels sharing a creepy eyeball together.
You want to be Flotsam or Jetsam?
I don't know. I guess I don't have a preference. Whichever one is like goofier, I guess I'll do that.
I'd have to rewatch it to really distinguish their different personalities.
Yeah.
But my 2 cats are running around like psychopaths. I'm like, I could have named them Flotsam and Jetsam because they are just running into shit.
I do have a fun voiceover fact about The Lion King. I don't know if you know this. Since you were talking about Be Prepared, it was Jim Cummings, who is one of the most prolific Disney voice actors, who's played everybody. He filled in for Jeremy Irons when his voice gave out doing some of the notes in that song. So if you listen towards the very, very end, you have to listen closely. But once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Jeremy Irons' voice goes out and Jim Cummings starts singing towards the end of the song. And rapid fire, sexiest Disney villain. I know that's kind of tough. I'm trying to think too, and I'm struggling.
I mean, I feel like Jafar would be very popular in West Hollywood. Do you know what I mean? I think he would be one sexy man in WeHo.
Eyeliner?
The eyeliner and the attitude and Would he be a top or bottom? Something to think about.
Oh, that's tough.
Verse? I don't know. But I do love Jafar. I do have to say that whoever the actor was that in the live action, I didn't love the live action version. Like Jafar, I'm like, I don't know if you picked the right guy, but the guy that they had as Aladdin was so fucking hot. Can I just say he's the sexiest? That guy was beautiful. And I like the Jasmine as well. I thought they did really well with Aladdin and Jasmine. But okay, sexiest. What if I said Yzma?
It's Eartha Kitt, who is also Catwoman.
Eartha
I
Kitt,
can't
so
argue with
that's
that.
I think that kind of tracks. I think that's I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, I know Gaston is like the obvious one, but no,
No.
not that
And look,
attitude.
I love Beating the Beast, but would not smash Gaston. No.
No, he would be a pass. I'd be like, I might let you watch, but that's it.
All right. All right. Check 1, 2. Freddie's reading for you.
Okay, so full disclosure, we weren't able to get Robert Englund in the studio.
Let me guess. His schedule was a nightmare?
Yes, B. So instead, we've got Bob Scotland doing his very best Freddie.
Sure. Well, yes, and it. Hey, Bob. Nice to meet you. Go ahead and give us your first take whenever you're ready.
Why? Sorry, let me try that again.
Why sleep when you can smell amazing?
Okay, so the context for this commercial spot is it's our awesome sponsor, the Magic Oil Box, and they make horror-inspired aromatherapy blends that are Nightmare on Elm Street themed, like Dream Warrior, Nancy, and Never Sleep Again.
Crafted by our friend Alex, who will be at CreepACon this January.
Along with the real Robert Englund. Sorry, Bob.
Sorry, Bob. So, whether you meet Freddie in your dreams,
Or at a convention.
Grab your blends at themagicoilbox.com.
use code SLAYNERDS15 to take 15% off because paying full price is scary.
Yeah.
See you in your nightmares.
Hey, Sam, are we seeing anybody else today?
It says Johnny Knife Hands is reading next. I'm sorry. Was Edward Hair Shears not available?
No, I have a restraining order against that guy. But anyways, go see Alex at CreepACon and shop online at themagicoilbox.com.
Yeah.
See, if you
What about
said
you?
Madam Mim from The Sword and the Stone, I would laugh so hard.
Would be kind of funny.
One of my best friends did one of the funniest things, and she'd always sing the Harry Potter theme as Madam Mim from The Sword and the Stone, and she'd just go, la, 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 la. It's just so stupid, and I loved it so much.
That's perfect.
Oh, I hope she listens to this and hears that shout out. Heather, I love you. That's okay. Okay, that's tough. I feel like, okay, sexiest villain, because then are you incorporating all of the characters that Disney has bought? So then is all like the Marvel characters and the villains? Are they?
That's too
See?
big of it. No cheating. You have to just do from like Disney cartoons.
That's tough. Edgar from the Aristocats.
Oh, I do love
No.
the Aristocats.
He's not sexy.
I had a sexiness to her, especially like when Kate Blanchett did her in the live action. Yeah. But Shere Khan was kind of like the bad boy cat.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Angelina Jolie is Maleficent.
Oh, you did the
I just Googled sexy Disney villains, and I mean, it's hard to argue with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if that doesn't count, yeah, Shere Khan, Scar, Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective? Absolutely not.
Probably not.
Oh no, that's oh no, absolutely not Frollo. He's scary.
Madame Leota has a spooky sexiness to her. from
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion. And we're not even notice how we're not even saying Evil Queen because that's all she wanted to be was pretty. I'm like, you're too vain. It ruined you, girl.
Yeah, she tried too hard.
Yeah, she tried
And like
to.
she's beefing with a 12-year-old. What?
Yeah, like move on. You gotta
Move
move
on. Move on.
And now my cat is eating. I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat is Figaro from Pinocchio. Dr. Facilier. Am I saying it right?
He can get it. I think so, yeah.
Kind of get it. Yeah, he's kind of
can
smooth.
get it.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Shadow Man of New Orleans. Is that like Papa Ligba from American Horror
American
Story?
Horror Story? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be why we're into it. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I like Randall also, the chameleon-like creature. Was that Steve
Monst-
Buscemi?
It was. Yep, from Monsters Inc. Yeah.
He's a little shithead. I like Randall. He's
Yep.
fun.
All right.
Yeah.
I would like to give a shout out to Hades from Hercules. Great villain.
Totally. Hades was so fun. I really
Hades
liked
was fun. I do love that movie.
fun. Yeah. So, okay, I don't know if you've ever done the like poll your friends to find out which Disney princess you truly are, because there's like who you think you are. I'm Belle. Yeah, are you? But then you ask like,
What's
no,
pointed,
hey,
Sam?
no, not you. No, I was actually pointing that at myself. I'm like, I would like to be Aurora or Belle, but I don't. Oh my God, no. You know why I was staring is because you froze for a second, and I was like, oh, it felt pointed because I was staring. Like, oh, did I lose her? But I took a poll and I'm like, okay, friends, really, I need to know who my princess personality is. And they all said the same thing, that I am Meg from Hercules. And I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
Also,
Totally tracks.
Susan Egan can get it.
Yeah. Oh, completely. I love Hercules. That one is maybe one of the more underrated. It's so good. I love that movie. It's adorable.
It's great. And I love how
Yeah.
they kind of make some of the mythology a little less
Yeah, like
they-
Hera did not like Hercules in real life. Can we maybe that? Whoopsie. None of that would have
Yeah.
happened. Also,
And-
Zeus was not that good dad, fatherly. Not really his
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And
Yep.
Hades wasn't even a villain. Hades was like, all right, well, I'll take care of you after you die. Cool. You come down the river, you hang out with me. Well, even though he did kidnap Persephone, that wasn't really nice.
Reporting live from what experts are calling the most upsetting courtroom since the OJ glove, this is Horror Nerds News. Today marks the trial of the century as notorious Disney villain Cruella de Vil stands accused of crimes against fashion and humanity. She is currently being prosecuted by the ASPCA, the Humane Society, PETA, and Sarah McLachlan herself. The court attempted to subpoena several other notorious Disney villains as character witnesses in the trial of Cruella de Vil. Most notably, Ursula refused to testify unless paid in souls, contracts, or exposure, and Captain Hook expressed interest, but only if the trial were moved to Neverland and someone explained what due process means.
No time for games. Where are the little brutes?
The charges include conspiracy to coat, attempted puppy procurement, and what the prosecution calls premeditated murder.
Look, we thought it was foe.
Yeah, foe, from the Latin word for oops.
Earlier today, Sarah McLachlan addressed the court, looked directly at the jury and said,
Hi, I'm Sarah McLachlan. Please, call the number on your screen.
jury deliberations are expected to last 6 hours or until Cruella stops monologuing.
Anita, don't be ridiculous. You can't possibly afford to keep them. You can scarcely afford to feed yourselves.
Reporting live from the House of Mouse, back to you in the studio.
So just before we go, because I know you have a show to get ready for. Oh my God.
I sing to her all the time. All the time. She loves it. So we didn't know. I know. She realizes. We didn't, when we first found her, she was so little that we didn't know if she was a girl or a boy. And so we kind of settled on Figaro. And then we found out that she's a girl. We're like, who cares? Now we just call her Fig, Figgy Smalls, Fig Machine. I have so many names for her. But I love the sassy little cat from Pinocchio. And Disney loved Figaro so much that Figaro in the later cartoons wound up being Minnie Mouse's cat, which is adorable. Yeah.
I didn't
Right?
know that.
Yeah. So in a lot of the Minnie Mouse cartoons, Figaro's in it. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
So cool.
Yeah. So,
Well,
and now
friend-
that I have cats, now I'm like super into Aristocats now. I don't know who I
I
am anymore.
mean, you know, look, and Edgar, Not the most memorable villain, but also like he kind of drugs the cats. Like that's
That's
messed
not really
up.
that nice. Yeah, but
No.
the two villains that we have not talked about, which first of all, I do have a little bit of a beef with Disney. We all have Oliver and Company. I love Oliver and Company, but and Up as well. Why, may I ask, why are Dobermans always the bad guys? No, not accurate. Not accurate at all. They're big effing babies, and I love them so much. But the cool thing about the two Dobies, first of all, they like remember the scene where they're like on a subway train and how they get rid of the Dobermans. They throw them off. I'm like, you just murdered two Dobermans by throwing them off of a what the hell? I was really upset. But do you know what their names are?
No.
Roscoe and DeSoto. Their names are Roscoe and DeSoto, which guess where Roscoe and DeSoto is? About 5 minutes. I live a mile up from DeSoto, and Roscoe is across street. I go to Roscoe and DeSoto all the time because I'm in the West Valley. So whoever created those characters clearly lived in the West Valley. Yeah.
You have the most interesting life.
Do I? Or do I just know weird information, perhaps?
Well, that's why you're a horror nerd.
Nerd.
And a Diz nerd, I guess. People say that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I learned the term dank. Disney adult, no kids.
Dank.
Sounds. Dank.
I've heard of dink, but not dank.
Dank, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Oh my God. So before we go, give us the details for your upcoming show. So if we want to hear more hot takes like these and fun facts and stand-up comedy, when is your show? When can people come see it?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. January 16th at the Hollywood Improv, the world famous Hollywood Improv. We're there. Usually it's the third Friday of the month. So the Disney edition will be January 16th if you're in town. Really excited about it. I mean, we'll be posting clips and pictures and whatnot. You can also follow, if you're not already following, at Horror Nerd Comedy, at the Samantha Hale. We'll have all kinds of fun things posted from the show, I'm sure. I don't know what these comics are gonna come up with, but it's gonna be amazing. And then if you can't make that, we're also back at Missing at the Mortuary in Pasadena, also known as the former Lamb Family Mortuary from HBO's The Mortician. Look it up. That will be January 23rd.
Amazing. So we've got a couple fun chances to catch Horror Nerd live this month, which will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with because I love the show, the live show every month at the Improv. You have a different theme, and I know for a fact we're going to get some surprises with some of your comics, and that's going to be really fun.
Well, I can give you a little bit of a inside scoop of a surprise. We will have a very special guest monster puppet, Barry Under Your Bed, who is a Horror Nerd icon team member. And Barry, this sweet monster puppet, may or may not be singing a very dirty parody of Be Our Guest to open the show. Very dirty. Very dirty. Belle would maybe like it. I think Gaston would be like, oh!
Yeah, she'd be into it. She's secretly a freak. We know.
No, I totally think so. It's the smart, quiet ones you got to watch out for.
We love our nerdy ones, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you there. Happy New Year, nerds.
A dream is a wish your heart makes.
Yeah. I don't know why my brain was like, rhyme heart with fart. I'm clearly 5 years old. A fart is a wish your butt makes. Yeah.
Are you Gaston?
I might be.
Awesome.
Yep. Clearly you can see it in this giant sweater. I look like Madame Leota floating over here, just in the darkness and then just pale white.
Oh.
Summon the spirits with your tambourine. I don't know. I'm gonna go.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the conclusion of the Horror Nerds Comedy Podcast, sanctioned by Horror Nerds Productions. All authorized screams, laughter, and unhinged opinions of Class 4 have now been safely contained. During this broadcast, all tangents, puns, and unsolicited horror takes were permitted without consequence. Emergency podcast services will resume after this brief transmission. Blessed be our final girls and our Horror Nerds founders, a podcast reborn. May humor be with you all.